Season 6 of The Chosen opens with a dramatic intensity that immediately pulls you into the whirlwind of events surrounding Jesus' final days. The trailer gives us our first hints of the trial that will define history, starting with the deep emotional tension of Gethsemane, where Jesus' prayer, "Not my will, but yours be done," carries the weight of an entire world on his shoulders. You can feel the quiet, almost unbearable suspense as the disciples struggle to comprehend the unfolding events, their fear and confusion reflected in every glance and every trembling hand. From there, the story transitions seamlessly into the trial scenes, where the political and spiritual powers converge, each moment dripping with anticipation and moral tension. Annas, though no longer the high priest, wields influence with a sharp, calculating edge, his questions cutting through the silence as he attempts to provoke a reaction from Jesus. The calm courage in Jesus' response, "I have taught openly. Why are you questioning me as if I were hiding?" resonates profoundly, reflecting both his humanity and his divinity. Then, chaos erupts in Caiaphas' council, where contradictory testimonies collide, and the stakes escalate to a fever pitch. It's in these moments, brief but searing, that the trailer captures the intensity of what's to come, the delicate interplay of power, fear, and faith that will culminate in the crucifixion. But the trailer doesn't stop at the trial. It teases us with glimpses of the human drama surrounding Jesus, showing the apostles' desperate attempts to intervene, the mixture of hope and despair on their faces, and the weight of decisions that seem both inevitable and unbearable. The production values immediately stand out. The cinematography, the lighting, the attention to historical detail, all of it combines to create a sense of immersion that makes you feel like you're standing right there, witnessing these monumental moments unfold. And it's not just about the story. It's about the emotional resonance. Every glance, every whispered word, every subtle gesture in the trailer hints at heartbreak, courage, and the ultimate sacrifice, leaving the audience both awed and deeply moved. Even in these first few seconds, the trailer signals that Season 6 will push boundaries in ways the show never has before, promising an experience that is both cinematic and profoundly spiritual. You can sense the filmmaker's dedication to authenticity. The locations, costumes, and props all echo the historical reality, creating a world that feels tangible and immediate. And yet, amidst this historical and political tension, the trailer also captures moments of intimacy and reflection. The quiet prayers, the compassionate exchanges, the fleeting smiles and expressions that reveal the humanity behind the divine narrative. It's a delicate balance of awe and emotion, and even in this first look, you can see the careful craftsmanship that went into every scene. There's a rhythm to the storytelling that heightens suspense, moments of silence punctuated by sudden tension, the interplay between dialogue and action, and the emotional beats that leave you holding your breath, waiting for the next revelation. The trailer also teases the grandeur of the production itself, the scale of the sets, the sweeping landscapes, the use of light and shadow to accentuate every moment of drama. It's cinematic in the truest sense, transforming these historical events into an experience that is both visually stunning and emotionally gripping. By the end of this first section, even without seeing the full season, you feel the gravity of what's coming. The trailer doesn't just show us a story, it makes us feel it. Every tension, every sorrow, every triumph, and it leaves us desperate to witness the full journey. The combination of historical authenticity, spiritual weight, and cinematic spectacle ensures that Season 6 will be remembered not just as another season, but as a milestone in faith-based storytelling. Even a brief viewing of the first look is enough to stir emotions, spark discussions, and create anticipation that will only grow as the release approaches. And the brilliance of the trailer lies in its subtlety. It hints at monumental events without revealing all the details, allowing the imagination to fill in the gaps and heightening the suspense. Every second feels deliberate, every moment crafted to evoke a reaction, whether it's awe, sorrow, or reverence. And by the time the trailer ends, you're left with an unmistakable sense that this season will be unlike anything the series has ever done. The craftsmanship, the performances, the narrative depth, and the emotional resonance all converge to create an experience that feels both intimate and epic. It's not just a preview, it's an invitation to step into history, to feel the weight of humanity's most pivotal moments, and to prepare for a season that promises to be as challenging for the characters as it will be for the audience emotionally. And if this first look is any indication, Season 6 of The Chosen is poised to leave a lasting impression on everyone who watches it, capturing hearts and minds in ways that are profound, moving, and utterly unforgettable. As the trailer unfolds further, we begin to see the intricate interplay between faith, fear, and human frailty that defines Season 6. The apostles, each grappling with their own doubts and uncertainties, are portrayed in moments of raw vulnerability that feel intensely relatable. You can almost feel their hearts pounding, the weight of the situation pressing down on them, as they witness the arrest of Jesus and the beginning of a series of events that will test not only their loyalty, but their very understanding of who he is. The trailer captures fleeting but powerful glimpses of Peter, torn between courage and fear, attempting to defend his teacher while realizing the futility of words against a system already set on condemnation. There's an almost unbearable tension in these moments, amplified by the close-up shots of anguished faces and trembling hands as the camera lingers on the human cost of divine plans. From there, the trailer shifts to the scenes with Annas and Caiaphas, each encounter meticulously crafted to highlight both the political maneuvering and spiritual blindness that surrounds Jesus' trial. Annas, with his piercing questions and quiet menace, sets the tone for what's to come, while Caiaphas's counsel erupts into chaos as testimonies clash, echoing the historical record, but rendered with such intensity that you feel like a silent witness to history itself. And yet, even amid this chaos, the trailer doesn't lose sight of Jesus' composure, his serene courage cutting through the tension like a light in darkness. Every line, every gesture in these moments underscores the enormity of what is at stake. The fate of not just a man, but an entire faith, hanging in the balance. The trailer teases these dynamics with precision, giving us brief but unforgettable glimpses of confrontations that will resonate deeply when seen in full. Beyond the trials, the first look also emphasizes the physical and emotional toll that these final days take on Jesus and those around him. There are fleeting glimpses of quiet moments, Jesus in prayer, his face marked by exhaustion and grief, yet unbowed, the apostles huddled together, fear and uncertainty written on their faces, Mary Magdalene and other followers watching helplessly, their hearts breaking as the magnitude of events unfolds before them. The cinematography captures these contrasts beautifully, moving from sweeping wide shots that reveal the grandeur and scope of the setting to intimate close-ups that convey the depth of personal struggle and spiritual tension. The use of light and shadow adds another layer, visually representing the battle between darkness and light, despair and hope, human weakness and divine strength. The trailer also hints at the extraordinary scale of the production. From the historically authentic sets to the stunning locations in North Texas, Utah, and Matera, Italy, every frame seems carefully designed to immerse viewers in a world that feels at once real, immediate, and larger than life. You can sense the immense dedication and painstaking effort behind the scenes, reflecting not only a commitment to storytelling, but also to capturing the spiritual gravity of these events. And yet, amid this grandeur, the human story remains at the center. The trailer shows us flashes of intimate interactions, the quiet exchange between Jesus and his disciples, the subtle gestures that convey unspoken emotions, the fleeting expressions of love, fear, and devotion that make the narrative so profoundly moving. These moments are where the audience is drawn in, not just to witness history, but to feel it, to experience it through the eyes of those who lived it and through the lens of those who bring it to life on screen. Perhaps the most striking aspect revealed in this first look is the way the trailer balances suspense with reverence. Every pause, every beat, every tension-filled frame is deliberate, building anticipation while maintaining the solemnity of the story. The confrontation scenes, the political pressures, the emotional turmoil, All of it is crafted to keep viewers on edge, hearts racing, fully invested in the unfolding drama. Even without the full context, these glimpses hint at the complexity of the season. The blending of spiritual narrative, historical accuracy, and cinematic spectacle, all designed to pull the audience into a deeply emotional and reflective experience. And underlying it all is a sense of inevitability, a foreknowledge of the events to come, which makes every moment in the trailer feel electric. There is sorrow, yes, but also courage, hope, and the quiet moments of grace that shine through even in the darkest hours. The trailer doesn't shy away from showing the brutality and injustice that Jesus faces, but it tempers it with a focus on his humanity, his compassion, and his unwavering commitment to his purpose. By the end of these sequences, you are left not just excited but emotionally primed, your heart and mind fully immersed in the spiritual and cinematic journey that Season 6 promises. It's a delicate dance between anticipation and reverence, suspense and faith, spectacle and intimacy, and even in this first glimpse, the show succeeds at making viewers feel the enormity of what is about to unfold. Every frame seems to whisper a promise that the coming season will challenge, inspire, and move audiences like never before. And the brilliance of the trailer lies in its ability to convey all of this in such a compact, thrilling, and emotionally charged preview, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats while preparing them for a narrative that is as spiritually profound as it is visually stunning. By the time the trailer ends, the impact is undeniable. Season 6 is shaping up to be the most ambitious, emotionally resonant, and breathtaking installment yet, promising a viewing experience that will linger in hearts and minds long after the screen goes dark. As the trailer continues to unfold, we're drawn even deeper into the human and spiritual drama of Season 6, where every glance, gesture, and word carries layers of meaning. The tension escalates as Jesus is brought before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, whose inner conflict is palpable. Pilate's struggle between political duty and personal conviction is portrayed in fleeting, powerful moments that reveal both the pressure of the times and the moral weight of the choices he must make. The trailer teases us with Pilate's subtle expressions, the hesitation, the frustration, the fleeting glimmers of doubt, as he navigates the crowd's demands, the expectations of Roman authority, and the impossibility of truly understanding the man before him. And Jesus' response, calm yet resolute, cuts through the tension like a beacon. The words, the presence, the quiet strength in every frame remind us why these moments have reverberated through history for millennia. The trailer gives a glimpse of the psychological and emotional intensity that the actors must carry, particularly Jonathan Rumi, whose portrayal of Jesus seems more profound and demanding than ever. Every scene shown hints at the immense emotional toll of carrying the narrative of Christ's final days, a burden both sacred and dramatic, and the trailer conveys it with an immediacy that makes the audience feel as though they are witnessing it firsthand. Meanwhile, the apostles continue to wrestle with fear and devotion, their loyalty tested in ways that are heart-wrenching to watch. Peter's anguish, John's quiet resolve, and the other disciples' varying reactions are captured in moments that are at once intimate and epic, reflecting the human struggle to comprehend events that are beyond their full understanding. The trailer also teases confrontations with Herod Antipas, revealing brief flashes of arrogance, curiosity, and ridicule, which serve to heighten the tension and underscore the political complexity surrounding Jesus' path to the cross. Each encounter is charged with suspense. The anticipation of what will happen next hangs in the air, almost unbearable, drawing the viewer into a heightened state of emotional engagement. The cinematography continues to impress, alternating between sweeping, cinematic shots that show the scale and grandeur of the historical setting and intimate close-ups that allow viewers to feel the raw, personal weight of the story. The trailer doesn't just tell us what is happening, it makes us feel it. We sense the fear, the hope, the despair, and the courage of every character, and even the briefest glimpses evoke a visceral response. The use of lighting, shadow, and perspective enhances the storytelling, reflecting the spiritual undertones of each scene and emphasizing the tension between darkness and light, doubt and faith, despair and redemption. And just when you think the trailer might ease, it ramps up the suspense with glimpses of the crowd's unrest, the political maneuvering, and the mounting pressure on every individual involved. And yet, even amidst the spectacle and historical accuracy, the human story remains at the forefront. Moments of tenderness, reflection, and silent prayer provide the emotional counterpoint to the tension and chaos, reminding viewers that this story is as much about the inner journey of each character as it is about the external events. The trailer teases us with fleeting expressions of sorrow and courage from Mary Magdalene and other followers, highlighting the heartbreak and unwavering faith that thread through the narrative. These glimpses promise a season where the emotional stakes are as high as the spiritual ones, where each character's choices and reactions ripple across the story with profound impact. And just as quickly, the trailer transitions back to scenes of mounting suspense, the flogging, the mocking, the crown of thorns, and the weight of the crucifixion, each moment framed to evoke an emotional response that is both visceral and reflective. The trailer doesn't simply hint at the suffering. It immerses viewers in the anticipation of what is to come, creating a sense of impending gravity that leaves hearts racing and minds focused entirely on the unfolding drama. Every beat, every pause, every shot is designed to pull the audience closer, to make them feel the emotional and spiritual intensity of these final moments. And even in its brevity, the first look succeeds at conveying the scale, scope, and depth of Season 6, leaving viewers desperate to witness the full story. It's a delicate balance of suspense, awe, and reverence, where cinematic spectacle meets deeply human storytelling, and where faith, fear, hope, and love converge in ways that are both thrilling and profoundly moving. By the end of this section of the trailer, the audience is left fully immersed in the tension, emotionally invested in the characters, and eagerly anticipating the unfolding of events that will shape history forever. Every scene teases an emotional crescendo, every expression hints at a narrative payoff, and the cumulative effect is a sense of anticipation so intense that it feels almost tangible. Season 6, even from this first look, promises to be a masterpiece of storytelling, combining historical accuracy, spiritual depth, and cinematic artistry into an unforgettable experience. The trailer takes us even further into the emotional and spiritual heart of Season 6, offering glimpses of moments that are as intimate as they are monumental. You can feel the tension building as Jesus is handed over to the Roman authorities, each frame dripping with anticipation and dread. The weight of what is about to unfold is almost palpable. Every glance from the disciples, every whispered word, every moment of silence carries the gravity of history itself. The trailer teases the human reactions in these moments, the fear in the eyes of the apostles, the heartbreak of the women who have followed Jesus faithfully, and the courage and resolve that surface despite the chaos. There are flashes of Peter's struggle, his internal battle between fear and loyalty, and the raw vulnerability of the disciples who are trying desperately to comprehend what is happening. These scenes promise a deep exploration of human emotion, showing the conflict between love, doubt, and devotion that will resonate with anyone who has faced uncertainty in moments that matter most. As the trailer progresses, we are given glimpses of Jesus' confrontations with Roman and Jewish authorities alike, each interaction charged with a mix of political tension and spiritual significance. Annas and Caiaphas interrogate with authority and calculation, while Pilate wrestles with moral dilemma and political pressure. The juxtaposition of silence and confrontation, calm and chaos, highlights not just the external events, but the internal battles raging within every character. And through it all, Jesus remains steadfast, his presence commanding, and his words imbued with courage, humility, and an unshakable sense of purpose. The trailer also hints at the physical and emotional intensity of these moments, the flogging, the mockery, the crown of thorns, but it frames them in a way that emphasizes the humanity and divinity of Jesus simultaneously. Every movement, every gesture, every expression is designed to draw the audience into the experience, making us feel the profound sorrow, the piercing injustice, and the ultimate sacrifice that lies at the heart of the story. What's particularly striking in this first look is the way the filmmakers balance spectacle with subtlety. There are sweeping shots that highlight the grandeur of the historical and geographical setting, while intimate close-ups focus on the smallest details of emotion: the tearful glance, the trembling hand, the whispered prayer. These contrasts make the trailer both visually stunning and deeply affecting, ensuring that every moment resonates on multiple levels.